So good morning guys, and welcome to the vlog. It is Monday morning. Today is finish up hardybacker and sheetrock day and tape and float. I've got to get just the edge pieces cut. These edge pieces right here, all of this needs to be cut still on the edges and the windows. And then I basically go back and I float all the joints, tape and float all the joints, make everything nice and smooth. Got about 2 or 3 days of that, so I'm gonna have a few short days, probably today, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Also got to get measurements for tile, get tile ordered, got to get the floor and stuff in, so get all that done. So this week's going to be a semi kind of busy week once tile gets in, but man, it's starting to look like a shower. Hopefully by, say, end of next week, we'll be done with the shower. Gonna look awesome, but got most all the hardy up last weekend, so gonna finish up today, tape and float, and then we're done. Alright guys, we're done for the day. Sheetrock is taped and floated, hardybacker's taped and floated, windows are done, corners are done, so everything looks really good. This is kind of what she looks like now when it's like the finished. Well, it's not really finished. I have to still float probably 1, maybe 2 more coats, but it looks great. All the walls are nice and smooth, everything is in, no more gaps, no more cracks. Everything looks good. I have to do this joint one more time because this, where the old wall meets the new wall, you get a little bit of variance in there, but I've got to fix that, maybe 1 more coat, but everything else looks really good. Can't wait to start putting tile in. We're going to get tile ordered today. I'm going to call it in, and then hopefully it'll be here either like Wednesday or Thursday, and we can start on the floor. We got to get the floor done first. Once the floor is done, then we can start rock and rolling on the walls, which is really exciting. So yeah, so we're actually done for the day. I'm gonna go hit the gym, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning guys, welcome to the vlog. This is Tuesday morning, and this is an early start to the vlog because we've got 2 jobs to do today. I've got to finish up the floating on the shower we did yesterday and go to another job, and I have to hang a vent hood, a new sink faucet fixture, a new cooktop, and move a 40-amp service. But anyway, first thing this morning I get out of my truck, and this is how my day starts. Hope you can see that very well. Bucket of screws completely dumped out of my truck and busted open, and I've got screws all under my trailer, all under the truck. So yeah, that's how my day started today. Here's to hoping it gets better. Alright, so just about finished up in here today. Got all the second coat of float done. Didn't do really a lot on the inside of the shower because it doesn't need it because it's all going to be tile. But I did have to do a lot on the outside because it's going to be basically textured from about 4 feet up. I'm going to have tile 4 feet down with a nice border around the top edge of it. But the inside really didn't do a whole lot. I had 2 walls I had to smooth out. This wall right here where the sheetrock transitions from sheetrock to hardybacker. And then the same thing over here. I had to refloat that whole section to make it real nice and smooth. And then we had an issue with this window down here. Had to float that whole top and retake that corner to make it smooth. But she looks good. Everything turned out well. Come back tomorrow and put the, I guess, second coat of float or third coat of mud on. And that will probably do it. Then we can start tiling. Once the floor tile gets in, we get the floor laid, and then we get the wall started, and we should be good to go. So now it's off to the next project. We've got, like I said earlier, we've got a sink we have to install at a house. We've got a double cooktop. A double range we have to put in, a single cooktop, and then take a 40-amp service and move it over to the new double range area. So that's going to be another fun job because we have to cut in the outside of the house, which is rock. Have to drill a hole or cut a hole out for a new exhaust. The exhaust they have now is what they call a downdraft. So that actually the air gets sucked down into the ground. There's a conduit pipe that comes up underneath the ground, and the air goes that way. Well, they're taking that completely out, and we're going to make the return or the vent now is going to be in the upper cabinet going outside. So they're going to have a traditional up vent versus the downdraft. So that should be fun. But let's go get that done and Connie will walk you through that. All right, so we're on the new job site here. And again, what we're doing over here is putting in a double range, a cooktop with a new updraft vent system, removing the old downdraft, and the sink behind me. Now the sink is already in. They had a countertop guy come in and basically take out the old sink. You gotta look at this. They had a drop-in sink. He came in and cut that sink out. I'm sorry, not a drop-in. This sink was attached to this countertop, the old sink was. It was all molded as one whole complete piece. This guy comes in, cuts all of that out. I don't know if you can tell, see how smooth that is. Puts a new below mount sink in this thing, stainless. I mean, absolute perfection. I've never seen anybody's work like this before. This is amazing. They also had, you really can't tell, but they had 3 holes. 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the guy came in and plugged these holes, and I can see a very, very slight ring. I think it's just dust. But look at this one. Absolutely nothing over here. I mean, amazing work. And here's the cooktop. I already set the cooktop in. It's already set in, but we have to remove that downdraft. Is going to be completely gone. Put a new gas line in. Going to take this 40 amp service. This is a 40 amp main service, and move it through these cabinets over here to this double range, which is coming out, and a whole new range is going in. So we're going to have to cut some of the cabinet. We're going to have to cut some of the base out. We can widen it out a little bit so you can see. So that's where it's going to go. We got to cut all that out, remove all that, and put the new one back in. So, and then the updraft is going to go right here. So this light is coming out. We're going to put the updraft system right in here and cut a hole in that wall through the tile out the outside of the house, which is rock. So should be a pretty fun project. Something we haven't done yet, so kind of looking forward to it. Waiting on Steve to get here, so to get things rolling. So I'm going to get materials lined up and tools out. So here we go. All right, so we got the old light out. We've got the old ventilation system out. Now we're going to start putting back the new vent hood. It's actually a really cool setup. We've had to do a little modification to it, but hey, you know, what's a job without some kind of issue? But anyway, here's the hole where it's going to go. Kind of nothing right there. Now we got to take the top shelf out, pull that little light that was out. We're going to put the vent hood's going to go right there. The new vent hood with the new exhaust goes up and out that way. So let's get her done. that about wraps it up for today. We got pretty much everything done what I wanted to get done. We still have to do the double cooktop, or the double range rather. But we got the cooktop installed. We've got the overhead ventilation system installed with the duct worked outside. The sinks installed, fixtures installed, everything's working good. So we had really good progress today. We had quite a bit to do, and it was fairly challenging actually, because we had to cut a hole in the outside of a brick wall again and feed a 6-inch pipe through it essentially. But it turned out really good. This is what it looks like. That's the new oven. It's a little cooktop, gas cooktop, real nice. And then we put this range hood in today. It's a vent hood, and it's an updraft vent, so it vents up. So we put new ductwork in, which is behind that cover right there. That's a stainless steel cover that covers up the ductwork. But we put that 6-inch duct up there with the electrical and the vent hood, and the stove in is one unit. Looks beautiful. It actually turned out really well. So tomorrow we just got to do the double unit over there, and that's it. We're done. Nothing like dismantling a client's cabinet. Alright guys, this is day 2 of the kitchen remodel-ish. You saw yesterday that we got the sink fixture in, we got the vent hood and stuff kind of roughed in, the oven and stuff we didn't touch, the cooktop we kind of got that roughed in. Today we got everything done. We got all the electrical wired up, we got the fixture, the faucet fixture completely done, the vent hood is completely done, installed, clean, polished, whatever, sealed, and the big double oven is in as well. That was a challenging job. That thing's about 400 pounds between Steve and I. We almost didn't get it lifted, but we had actually cut the frame of the cabinet out, rewire everything, add new number 8 gauge wire. So you guys saw the before picture to the the before video. So this is what she looks like now, and it actually looks really nice. Everything's stainless steel, so this kitchen is absolutely gorgeous now. But check it out. There's a double oven. Stainless steel is beautiful. That's one solid unit. That's not 2 units. It's actually one big unit that comes together. And here's the cooktop we put in, all nice and chrome, or stainless steel rather. And then the vent hood with a little stack up top. So LED lighting, it's beautiful. But that's a wrap.